not the only one looking forward to trying to get to Fifth Avenue.
Exactly. Yeah, as we have the man of the hour right here, Michael B. Jordan, as Taylor talked about, but certainly an exciting game. And
we got the starting lineups here, Grant. Who are you looking forward to seeing play?
Well, Martez Robinson, who hit a game winner in their previous game. And, of course, you know, for Morgan State, Isaiah Burke, who's shooting from downtown, must knock down the three-point shot against the zone defense of Delaware State to win.
It's going to be a good one. You can see fans are filing in, and Michael B. Jordan came over to say hello just as we were starting our starting lineups. Disrupted things a bit.
Well, I was trying to get a plug for his next movie.
I know.
And it threw me off during the opening, but we can talk about that later.
We can talk about that quite a bit. All right, Delaware State starting things off with the ball. We've got one of the Rookie of the Week here with Jevin Nunez for the Delaware State, just winning that award. Perkins with the attempt. Shot was blocked by Ty Horner. We've got a lot of fans walking by.
A lot of fans right in front of us. We can't see the action right now, but things will settle down, I'm sure.
Somerville with the ball in the paint. Back to the basket. Hook shot.
And that's part of his game where he's improved. The comfort level in the post, obviously inserted into the starting lineup as of late, brings some energy and establishing him early down low for Delaware State.
Morgan State trying to get in the gut against the Delaware defense. Copeland inside to Ty Horner. He misses. Nearly got the offensive rebound, but Robinson grabs it and tries to hit it off of Morgan State. For Delaware State University, the Hornets are coached by Stan Waterman. He is a Delaware native. This is his second season. He played at the University of Delaware, Grant.
Yeah, you know, we got a chance to get to know him last year, and certainly the pride for his state, this opportunity at Delaware State, coaching high school and really trying to establish a culture and a tradition here at this university. So it's great to see them back this year, and certainly the team is playing great ball, having won 3 in a row.
Yes, indeed. Nunez inside. Turnover. Near turnover. Morgan State going the other way. Nunez got a piece of that, I believe.
He did. Great hustle back on defense. And right now, Morgan State, they do a great job of forcing turnovers and getting offense off their turnovers. In their previous matchup, Delaware State didn't turn the ball over much. Right now, they did on that last play.
And here's a look at Morgan State University's head coach, Kevin Brodus. This is his 4th season. 3-time Big East champion as an assistant coach with the Georgetown Hoyas. I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Morgan State attacking the rim. Second attempt, no good. Somerville with the rebound. Delaware State heading the other way. That's Jevin Nunez. 3 is no good. Ty Horner all over the boards early in this game.
Aggressive indeed. And this zone defense of Delaware State has given problems to Morgan State. Got to figure out how to attack it effectively and efficiently. Delaware State will play exclusively zone, Stephanie, throughout the game.
Kickball called here. Jevin Nunez will be inbounding the ball. Freshman from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Substitution for Morgan State. Cameron Hobbs in the game.
Cameron Hobbs, another shooter, deadly from downtown. He and Burke can really get hot. They didn't shoot the ball well when they played just recently, and certainly they have to shoot the ball well from the perimeter, Morgan State.
Nunez with the attempt, no good. Morgan State trying to get things going, hit it ahead, but now working it around the horn. Robinson. Delaware State forced to pull the ball back out. Robinson attacking. He gets fouled.
And Robinson is a talented player, great at attacking, downhill, drawing fouls, obviously hit an incredible game winner for Delaware State when their previous game on January 28th, where Delaware State beat Morgan State 64-62, but he's playing with a lot of confidence, definitely aggressive, hungry to score.
Delaware State up 2-0 here early on in the game. Robinson at the line. The Invesco QQQ Legacy Classic is brought to you by Invesco QQQ. Invesco QQQ is proud to support HBCU students and student athletes on and off the court. And by Walmart. Save more money, live better.
Of course, as I mentioned earlier, for Delaware State, the Hornets, they have to value the basketball. Morgan State, one of the best at creating turnovers, forcing turnovers, and scoring off those turnovers. Good offense, get back, establish your zone defense is a must to Stan Waterman's ball club.
You're right, and to your point, Grant, they're third in the NCAA in turnovers forced. The Morgan State Bears are. Delaware State forces a turnover this time. Muniz stops, thought about it for a second. Kyle Johnson had the ball inside. There's a look at Kevin Brodus. He's not happy.
Not happy. I don't think coaches are ever
They're not
happy. You coached before. Were you ever?
Never happy.
Never happy. Okay. Well, right now they haven't scored. Certainly struggling on the offensive end, but that defensive pressure, a must to play for Coach Brodus.
Robinson probing, swinging around to Muniz. Kyle Johnson rolled, but didn't get it to him. Perkins now has it. 3 seconds on the clock. Muniz throws up a heave. Back of the iron is no good. David McCullough with the rebound.
And that was a great possession defensively right there. Kevin Brodus, we know, preaches defense, everything contested, nothing easy, forcing a 35-foot contested jump shot there at the end of the shot clock. So that's the kind of effort on that side of the ball. Now, they got to offensively here figure things out against this zone. Maybe attack the middle. That sweet spot of the free throw line is always available. And, of course, shooters have to be ready to shoot with confidence when available.
Nice job getting it in the middle. Ty Horner finds an open man, but no good here for Delaware State with this rebound. Perkins finds Muniz for three. That's good.
And that's Perkins right there. That's what he does, Stephanie. Gets into the paint, facilitates, and created an open look there for Muniz.
Corey Perkins played 4 years for Coach Waterman in high school, so they are very familiar with each other.
Great story.
Muniz trying to turn it over, Grant.
I'm impressed right there. Delaware State able to get that win.
Quite a game, especially because that is very recent. It's right in the front of the brain, so it's interesting to see how this will play out this afternoon. Muniz misses the first one.
As we talked about the size of Delaware State, to be able to have the luxury of bringing in your leading scorer off the bench, Brandon Stone, 6'11", checking in, just gives them another look. Obviously, two big guys inside, but he's versatility. Fun to watch him play.
Leading scorer and leading rebounder for the team. Baseline shot, no good. Robinson initiating the offense, and there's Stone with the ball, which we were talking about. Corey Perkins resetting things for the Hornets. Perkins attacking.
Looked like he got fouled.
It did, but no call. You know that rule. No whistle, no foul.
Physical in the MEAC.
Yes, it is.
Now, I think you're going to have to do some dribble penetration against the zone. Find the gaps, get two people to guard one, create an opportunity for yourself or your teammate. And I like that. Good, unselfish play. A little big guy buddy ball.
Yes.
With Djonkam with that easy layup inside.
That was awesome by Lewis Djonkam, transfer from Radford.
Went to West Springfield High School in Northern
you
Virginia.
know about that, don't you?
My old neck of the woods.
Showing some of the versatility you talked about with Stone putting the ball on the floor and now pulling from three. Bottom of the net.
Yeah, great size, pick and pop right there. Two guys went to Perkins, leaving Stone wide open. And as you said on cue, Stephanie, showing off his versatility.
Burke finds Hobbs. No good, but Ty Horner again with the rebound, and Djonkam with the attempt. He gets fouled.
Right there, Stone, just a pick and pop. And obviously right there, the defender fell, but at that size, 6'11", high release point, a rotation, a little slow to get over the Stone. And he's too tall, able to knock it down with ease. But he can really play. Now, he's not the biggest guy, not the strongest guy, but he's also very effective on the offensive glass, able to use his length. So gives them a dimension that obviously Delaware State did not have last season.
Quite a weapon transferred from Robert Morris University. That transfer portal has been quite the thing in college athletics.
I'll tell you, you're right. Intercollegiate athletics, it really makes you rethink your strategy as a coach, how you're going to recruit. Every year is almost a new year in a lot of ways. And we talked with Stan Waterman, and we say 10 new players this year.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And in part, that's why they took them a while to figure things out. Which, you know, they won their first game, lost 15 in a row. But now they're starting to turn the corner, won 3 in a row, including on January 28th against Morgan State, like we said. And so when you have all these new faces, it takes a minute for everything to come together and gel.
Absolutely, because let's not forget, these young men are in school. So it's not just learning the new plays and terminology. It's also going to class, getting acclimated to campus, making new friends. All those things factor into your ability to perform.
No question.
Delaware State with their secondary. Stitt gets the ball blocked. Look at the hustle by Djonkam.
And that's Morgan State basketball right there. Never giving up, active hands, trying to force turnovers. But Delaware State did a good job attacking that zone, valuing the ball and getting the ball to Stitt down low. But big guys bring it low. The guards have an opportunity and certainly took advantage.
Swipe City. Nunez finds Stone in the corner. Djonkam with the rebound. Elbows out.
I like that.
David McCullough with the entry pass. Djonkam inside with some contact. Still finished.
And this is big right here. Djonkam doesn't get involved much on the offensive end, but his physicality in attacking the length, helping out this Morgan State team early.
Oh, good idea. Robinson tried to hit Stone. Morgan in transition. Cameron Hobbs with the layup.
And once again, we talk. Creating turnovers, leading to easy baskets. That's Bears basketball.
Cameron Hobbs was Rookie of the Week in the MEAC January 10th. There it is. Another Morgan State steal, leading to a transition attempt. Still an opportunity here. Ty Horner launches for 3. That's no good. Foul called.
And although Morgan State didn't score on that possession, you see the last 2 defensive plays forcing turnovers, and it's so important for Kevin Broadus because he doesn't have this full roster. A lot of injuries right now, but scrapping, fighting every possession, and could not convert on that play. But the collision down low and the grimacing, and obviously that kind of effort is what's going to be needed for the Bears here in this Saturday afternoon matchup.
Only 9 players available to play for Coach Broadus.
I told him I'm available, but I don't have much. I don't think I have any eligibility. And cartilage too. I have a lot of arthritis. A lot of arthritis, but no cartilage.
I think you can still get some buckets. Staten dumps it inside. Stitt with the turnaround jumper is no good. Djonkam all over the boards.
He is. And it's big. He has to play well. He and Horner have to be big, have to have a presence on both ends of the floor for this team to win.
I like it. David McCullough with the jumper. You know, the Morgan State Bears have quite the DMV roster. DC, Maryland, Virginia, for all of you who aren't familiar with that terminology.
Yep.
And he was one of them. Bowie, David McCullough.
David McCullough. Well, Kevin brought us from the area, from the DMV. They didn't call it DMV way back when
we were there.
When we were there, yeah.
When we were playing. Yes, you're right. They did not call it DMV.
I mean, I'm much older than you.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes, but
Stitt with the rebound for the Hornets. We used to just call it the metro area.
they didn't claim their way out in Western Virginia.
We did not.
Yeah, so,
Until you got to Duke.
Yeah.
Then we claimed you.
So I'm glad to be part of the DMV now.
Delaware says most importantly, he knows how to play and he knows how to win. Stephanie? Taylor, two very important aspects you want for your point guard. Excellent job, Taylor. That is a special relationship between a head coach and a point guard, right, Grant?
Oh, no question. And that's just a beautiful story indeed. And the relationship going back, the trust. Obviously, the point guard is an extension of the head coach out on the floor, and to have played and known each other for all those years, that's why he is so valuable, really the true leader of this ball club. As
evidenced by the photographs that Taylor Rooks was able to dig up. Good job, Rooks.
Brooks is not a rook. Well,
no, I said Rooks.
No, I'm being funny.
Oh,
trying to be funny.
We got some pressure here, Grant.
Well, getting the ability to score baskets allows Morgan State to set up their full court press. And right there you see a little bit of confusion. And, coincidentally, Perkins is out of the game. And these last 3 possessions have resulted in turnovers for the Hornets.
Morgan State has forced 6 turnovers already, and we're not even halfway through the first half. I think you're right, though. There's no coincidence. The pressure when Perkins is out. Morgan State launches from 3. That's no good. Robinson in transition for the Hornets. Finds Muniz. Oh, nice dump down inside.
Great pass. Big man Somerville running the floor. Always got to reward him. Easy, too.
Yeah, coach was saying that he might be their most improved player. Raymond Somerville.
He was the MEAC Defensive Player of the Week last week, so putting him in the starting lineup and rewarding his effort. And obviously attacking here before the defense can get set. A little bit of miscommunication. Horner and Djonkam inside, leaving Somerville wide open, but great pass. Muniz always under control. A little no-look showing off for Stephanie, and Somerville able to convert.
All right, we got 2 shots here for Daquan Copeland from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, so not far from here. Newark, I'm sure he's got some family here, I would bet.
Getting a chance to play on this stage, and I like this young man's game. Strong, unselfish, versatile. Kevin Brodus has used him at times at the point guard position at 6'6", so he brings some versatility, just a utility guy. Really does everything well for his ball club.
Can never have too many of those.
Yep.
Free throw good, and pressure picked up again by Morgan State.
And taking advantage of Perkins out of the game, see if they can convert more turnovers.
I like it. Oh, they called offensive, and look who took the charge. Louis Djonkam.
Djonkam is all over the place today. Obviously started early in the paint, sacrificing his body there on the alley-oop. And that's what you like. That's what gets a team going right there. Just defense, big-time play, negating that easy basket there by Somerville.
Good idea by the Hornets, though. And now they drop back to his own.
And this zone is, they really are wide. They cover a lot of distance. But you have to stay attached to Hobbs. Hobbs and Burke, the 2 little guys on the floor, more than capable from downtown.
Cameron Hobbs from Stockbridge, Georgia. Oh, he gets the friendly bounce.
Staten didn't go in there that time. He pulled up. He learned from his last possession on that offensive foul.
Morgan State doing a good job of attacking the Delaware State zone, just not executing quite enough to get the bucket.
Well, they're doing a good job. They're planning somebody, or at least having somebody flash up to the free throw line area where that's an open spot. And on that last play, McCullough unable to convert, but certainly the right kind of execution against that zone.
Delaware State forces the turnover. Stone hits ahead to Muniz. Back to Stone, who called for it. Looked like he even thought about it from that deep. Kyrie Staten with the bucket and the foul.
And that was impressive right there. Stephanie Staten, who's very aggressive. The concentration got bumped low by Copeland. Still able to knock it in, and big time lift and much needed basket here for the Hornets.
And it's good. 3-point play. Kyrie Staten, go ahead.
Yeah, Staten is very hungry to score. Obviously aggressive, attack mode.
I like the defense there. Isaiah Burke with the block. Speaking of hungry to score, he is the Morgan State Bears leading scorer, averaging 20 points per game, and he's got 0 so far, Grant.
Yeah, no, he hasn't really been able to get going, but he hit a big corner 3 in that earlier game, tied the score with 22 seconds left. The leader of this ball club is certainly not afraid of the big stage in the moment.
Does that worry you when you're the opponent and you see, this is a close game and their leading scorer has yet to score?
You know, it does. It does concern you a bit if you're Delaware State. And obviously for Kevin Brodus, he's excited. Look, he hasn't had a chance to get going. Too good a player to stay scoreless for long. You know, it's a matter of time before Burke starts to get into a rhythm.
Kyrie Staten with the up and under post move. Delaware Taylor Rooks, I believe you have more on Coach.
Yeah, Stephanie, you know, in that last huddle, he looked at his team and he said, listen, are we scared? I don't think so. That means go to the glass. Be tougher, be smarter. He actually referenced how they were practicing, and he said, I have been preaching this to you all. You have to go in there, you have to be tough, and you have to assert yourself against this team. Stephanie?
I love that, Taylor, and that's good advice in basketball and life.
It is, and it's amazing what coaches have to go through. You almost become psychologists during the game, empowering, motivating, inspiring you guys. And let's see if the Bears here can respond after that timeout.
Well, that's a good response. Cameron Hobbs for 3.
Yeah, more than capable, as I said, from downtown. He's 2 for 3 right now, finding the seams against that zone.
Delaware State made some substitutions. We got Chloe Parker in the game. Right here with the ball. And this, I think, could be advantage Del State because we talked about it. Morgan State does not have everyone. So Delaware State has the ability to shuttle in bodies throughout the game.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if that depth will wear down the Bears throughout this game. You saw Kevin Brodus say there's no reason to be tired because of the long timeouts here on TNT. Managing that will be interesting to follow.
Did you say he was not shy?
Not at all.
Cameron Hobbs again with the bucket. Deflection and steal by Morgan State. David McCullough, right place, right time.
And once again, being able to score to set up that press, and that press giving problems to Delaware State. Their previous game on January 28th, Delaware State handled that pressure well, did not turn the ball over, and obviously won a very close game, but struggling here in this first half because of the pressure and the shooting from downtown from Hobbs.
9 turnovers already by Delaware State.
Yeah, that's just too many.
Yes, we talked about Morgan State 3rd in NCAA for forced turnovers. They're 4th in steals. So 2 stats that are directly correlated for your defense. They're up top 5 in the country.
And also 20th in the nation in blocks. So block shots. So as we see Michael B. Jordan there, who's busy working. They just wanted to come over and dap each other up.
Right.
I get that.
Hey,
I would too.
Nice hustle, fella. Young fella.
Well, get back out there.
Right. Morgan State, another turnover. McCullough with the layup in transition.
Almost another turnover right there, but just rattled right now offensively. Delaware State can't get a look at the basket. They're not valuing the basketball. I think you got to go inside, attack off the bounce, and make sure you get a good shot every possession if you're the Hornets.
There's a good shot.
Right on cue.
Yes, it was. Kyrie Staten knocks it down.
We have
a player from Morgan State, David McCullough, is injured. That happens when he came out to try to double on Corey Perkins and
touching it to see some sensitive spots. He's clearly in pain right now. I asked the trainer, is he doing okay? He looked at me and said, ish. So we'll see as that progresses, you all. Stephanie.
Thank you so much, Taylor. Ish is never good, unless you're Ish Smith. And you're pretty good.
Well, I was going to say, my whole body is ish at this point in my life. But I'll tell you what, Morgan State once again getting back to establishing a presence in the paint. It's been Hobbs from three and getting the ball inside to Djonkam there. Great pass, attacking that sweet spot. And Djonkam being available, making himself available. And smiling for the cameras and folks back home.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, Morgan State, remember, they only have 9 bodies to start this game for players that are available. So if David McCullough cannot come back to play, that puts them down to 8 with a team that likes to pressure you on defense. That could be a problem.
Could be a problem. Is 8 enough? We'll see. Hopefully McCullough can get back out and contribute.
Delaware State looking to attack. Oh, my goodness. Robinson got up for that rebound.
A lot of contact there on that play.
Perkins trying to set it up. Kyrie Staten with the baseline jumper.
And we were talking about Staten earlier. He's averaging 13.5 on 50% field goal shooting in the last 4 games. And this coming after a 9-game stretch where he really struggled for finding his rhythm as of late.
Look at the aggressiveness. I like it. Daquan Copeland for the Morgan State Bears everywhere. Hobbs this time getting in the mix.
And unfortunate, Kyle Johnson worked hard, got the rebound, but you bring the ball down. You give even people 5'10" a chance to get involved. And Hobbs, not just a shooter, aggressive on the defensive end and drawing that foul. Once again, another turnover for Delaware State.
Yes. Morgan being very aggressive. Hobbs leading the way there, makes the first free throw. Here's a word from Toyota, our presenting sponsor for this event.
Come on, Jalen. You got it.
Be fearless, Jalen.
To celebrate, the country.
You ready for takeoff? Let's do it.
Never underestimate the power of a nudge. Toyota, let's go places.
Made both free throws for Morgan State and still pressure, Grant.
This is Morgan State. They're going to do this all game. Sometimes a full court press. Right now, three-quarter press. And I think at this point, though, getting the ball back inside either to Somerville or Stone, a necessity now on the offensive end. Just no rhythm or flow because of this defense and this pressure.
I mean, they're trying to get the ball out of Corey Perkins' hands, doubling him every chance they get. 2 on the shot clock. Stone had to let it go, almost made it, and look at the turnover forced. Hobbs everywhere. Now Delaware State gets the steal, ahead to Perkins, who attacks the rim. That's no good, but Robinson is right there for the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled.
Yeah. Pretty chaotic on this last exchange here, but the turnover for Delaware State leading to the numbers. And then, of course, Robinson, one of the things I admire about his game is just knows how to draw fouls, knows how to get to the free throw line, uses his size and his strength to initiate contact instead of trying to avoid it. And that certainly worked right there on that offensive rebound putback.
That's a really good point. And, you know, he shoots 83% from the free throw line. That has a lot to do with it.
It does.
Right? Because if you're not a good free throw shooter, you're not eager to get there.
I agree.
The Invesco QQQ Legacy Classic is brought to you by Toyota. Never underestimate the power of a nudge. You see that at all levels of basketball, Grant. If you can't make a free throw, then you stop being aggressive.
That's true. That's true. That's certainly a weapon. And he takes advantage of that with his driving and his power and his confidence.
Morgan State attacking this Delaware State defense. Offensive rebound putback is no good. Stitt now has the ball. Good hustle by Delaware State. Corey Perkins setting up the offense. Kyrie Staten, he makes the bucket.
And his usage rate is second in the MEAC behind Coppin State's Sam Sessom. So when he's in the game, he is looking to score. And thankfully, he's doing that, keeping the Hornets here in the game.
Robinson ahead to Stitt, who travels, and we're going to send you on a
HBCUs, so much that the band performed for current President Joe Biden and former President Barack Obama once upon a time. And between games today, you'll hear from the marching bands of Morgan State and Texas Southern. And then at halftime of the Battle of the Bay between Norfolk State and Hampton, you'll hear from the Hampton Marching Force, a band that has performed at the U.S. Open and Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. And Stephanie, I don't know about you, but when I hear they'll be performing songs from Whitney Houston and Beyonce, I get kind of excited.
I love it. Yeah, thank you so much. And now you just got me more excited. I love a good Beyonce drop.
Hey, I do too. And I'll tell you what, I mean, not only have we seen the great talent in the HBCU world on the basketball court, the bands later, but then the broadcast.
They're unbelievable.
As the official financial education program of the NCAA, Invesco QQQ is committed to empowering college students and student athletes with accessible educational resources like how not to suck in money to kickstart their journey to financial independence. Over the course of the last year, and even just earlier this week, I've had the pleasure of being a part of Invesco QQQ's financial education conversation with college students and student athletes across the country. It's been great engaging with them as they begin to build their legacies. Students can build core financial skills and play the game for free today at hnstsam.com. Stephanie?
That is awesome, Taylor. And I heard through the grapevine, Miss Rooks, that you did an amazing job at that event. You just saw you and Grant on screen, a little snippet, but excellent job, you guys.
No, thank you. And she did a great job. And certainly kudos there to Michael B. Jordan for his vision. Obviously, Invesco QQQ for not just putting on a fantastic sort of festival of basketball this afternoon, but having the workshops, talking about financial literacy. And you know what was great? Both teams were there. And, you know, these teams, Morgan State and Delaware State, they were engaged. They asked some great questions. And, of course, we had a great host.
Yes.
Taylor Rooks running the show, keeping things going. So it was a fun evening and a fun time here in Newark.
That's awesome. I just love it. I love it, you know, because people sometimes lose sight of it. They're student athletes. So their job is to get the most out of their college experience. So well done. Morgan still keeping their pressure up. Stitt breaks it by himself, finds Munez in the middle. That shot attempt is no good. Rob Lawson leading the charge. High off the glass, he gets it in.
And right now, Morgan State's just playing harder than Delaware State. I mean, they're going small, scrapping, not giving up on plays. Can't diagram it if you're the coach. You just got to go out and emphasize effort and then have that guy right there. Nope, that might have been the first shot that he's missed here. It seems like he's made everything he shot today, excuse me.
Yeah, pretty close. 3 for 5 from behind the arc, including that one. Perkins with the attempt, and that's good. Oh, did he do a little extra follow-through on that one?
Yeah, he might have.
I think so. You better be careful.
I like that. Take the challenge, young man.
Rob Lawson, he hit the 3. The extra follow-through, just in case you're wondering, was in Rob Lawson's face. So that was his response.
That was his response. I'll tell you right now, it's been all Morgan State. You have Delaware State a little bit rattled, taking quick shots, not executing their offense. So, you know, Delaware State going to have to slow down a little bit when they get into the half-court set.
Timeout called by Morgan State.
Spin out there, but great confidence, quick delivery, and has his team in control. But I love his defense as well, forcing turnovers, knocking down shots, playing big.
Hobbs averages just under 7 points per game. He already has 15, to your point, Grant. 5 for 8 from the field. Delaware State going the other way. Stitt gets the rebound, takes it all the way in.
And that was impressive right there. Cameron Stitt, 6'9", he's a sophomore, securing the rebound, bringing the ball up the court, showing his versatility, avoiding the charge, and getting to the free throw line, where he's kind of struggled this year. He's only shooting 35%,
yeah,
which is interesting because he actually has really good mechanics on his shot. But he just seems, for whatever reason, to not be able to knock down his free throws.
Don't miss an action-packed weekend as Utah hosts the NBA's brightest stars. NBA All-Star 2023, February 17th through the 19th, right here on TNT.
And you'll be out there.
I believe so.
Yeah, I will too.
I have a few engagements, a few things to do.
I have a few assignments as well.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
Tracy Snyder just keeps me busy.
Tracy Snyder's the best. I don't know what I would do without her, to be quite honest.
Tracy Snyder, or Warner Brothers Discovery Talent Services. I'm not sure what her title is.
I call her my handler, because I can't do anything without her. She handles me.
She deals with me. Puts up with me.
12 seconds left in the half. They've been very aggressive, Morgan State, when Corey Perkins has the ball, double teaming really high out.
Yeah, very observant there. I mean, you have to. He is the leader of his team. The maestro gets everyone involved and really taking him out of the game. You don't obviously want to foul 40 feet from the basket, but if you're Kevin Brodus, you have to be happy with the intensity and obviously the ability to follow the game plan.
Yeah. Bucket is good. Delaware State trying to close the gap here as halftime approaches, as we show you the ice pack, an extra wrap on the wrist/hand area of David McCullough for the Morgan State Bears.
I'm not sure he'll be back in the game. It remains to be seen, but can Morgan State keep up this effort and intensity in the second half?
Time will tell. Second chance opportunity, no good. And that takes us to halftime. Morgan State Bears up 42-30. Let's talk about Delaware State, since they're going to be coming from behind.
Yeah, I mean, Delaware State obviously got off to a good from the best, and these guys looking like Georgetown back in the day here in this first half, Morgan State.
Yes, they are, and John's wife Monica here with him. They jumped in the car. They could not wait to come and support Coach Brodus, who has a tremendous coaching resume, and you're seeing what he can do with very little in terms of bodies. Imagine what he could do maybe somewhere else.
That is true. I like that.
Corey Perkins trying to get this offense started for Delaware State. That's unfortunate.
Well, not the first possession. You want all the turnovers, and obviously points off turnovers. The trend continues, and it's been all Cameron Hobbs.
Cameron Hobbs now with a new career high, Grant. 19 points.
And look at pressuring the ball, keeping the ball out of Perkins' hands, so getting it done on both ends.
On the shot clock. Johnson inside, 1 second to go. He gets fouled. Let's check in with Taylor Rooks.
Thanks so much, Stephanie. You know, I just spoke to Del State head coach Dan Waterman, and he said, listen, that was a bad half of basketball. We weren't taking care of the ball. He said, honestly, it was a lot of self-inflicted wounds, turning the ball over. I asked him what Morgan State was doing to cause them issues. He said, well, first they were denying our inbounds to our point guard. We just got to be smart with the ball and correct that in this half, Stephanie.
Thank you, Taylor. Sounds easy.
Yes, easier said than done, but I think when a team turns up the pressure, you know, you gotta be patient. You gotta be calm. You gotta obviously be decisive with your moves, your passes. But you know, you don't want to retaliate or respond and being frantic. You want to bring some composure here. So let's see if they can exhale, calm down here in the second half. The Hornets, and give themselves an opportunity every possession to at least get a shot on that attempt.
That will be the key. We'll see how it goes. Morgan State, Djonkam inside, gets fouled.
It was a late whistle right there, but just great footwork down low. Djonkam, little crab dribble, gets to the middle, the drop step, and able to draw that foul and get to the free throw line.
Remember that David McCullough went out in the first half with that arm injury. Taylor Rooks has more for us.
Yes, Steph, unfortunately, the trainer just told me that he will be out for the game. You know, we saw him stabilizing his wrist and icing it, but just wasn't enough for him to come back in, Stephanie.
Man, that is so unfortunate. Taylor, thank you for that update. Let's take a look back and see what happened in the first half.
Yeah, just right here defensively, like the effort, but reaching in, sort of jamming that wrist, that hand. Perkins' arm right there, and obviously just unfortunate, wanted to be able to play on this stage, and sort of a reoccurring trend here for the Bears with all the injuries that they've been enduring this season.
And, you know, because Morgan State's defense has been so important, David McCullough had 3 steals in the brief time that he was in the game.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to miss him, but I tell you, defensively, the effort, the intensity, it's still there. You know, these guys are not tired at all. And it takes a lot of stamina to play the way that Morgan State plays. The pressure, and then, of course, obviously the execution on the offense. But taking advantage of the opportunity, one man goes down, they'll just have to step up.
Djonkam inside, almost got the and one, definitely got fouled. We saw all 4 teams practice yesterday, Grant, and the thing I remember most about Morgan State, ball slides. I mean, that's all. They did a lot of sliding on defense.
Yeah, and then it's showing off right here. I mean, just great defense, forcing pressure, and then establishing the center inside. They did that in the first half. Djonkam got going, and they're doing it here in the second.
Djonkam shooting 2, but that was the 4th foul for Somerville. So he is going to take a break. The Invesco QQQ Legacy Classic is brought to you by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Somerville to the bench with his 4th foul.
And it's interesting right now, Stan Waterman for Delaware State making the adjustment here. Didn't come back in with the big. He has Stitt, he has Stone on the bench. But opting to go small with this lineup, having Johnson at the center position. Maybe more ball handlers can help offset the pressure of Morgan State.
Djonkam with the denial.
Looked like a foul.
Morgan State in transition. I like the spin move. Couldn't convert the bucket, but the second chance opportunity is there.
And Djonkam right now in double figures. Really efficient, scoring down low, but the physical presence and second chance opportunity.
Djonkam takes the charge again.
Well, the spin move right here. Didn't make the shot, but definitely was impressive. And on the other end, Djonkam, once again, he did this in the first half, took a charge, and I really thought that was a big momentum play for Morgan State. At that time, Delaware State had gotten going, was in a groove offensively, took that charge in the first half and really lifted them, and certainly did it again.
You're right about that first half charge. I mean, that really sparked the run that they went on to create some separation. We're talking about the depth of Morgan State. David McCullough will not return. Look at the layup. Djonkam with the assist that time.
Yeah, he is really doing a little bit of everything right now, but it's just a beautiful cut. And like I said, it's just energy and effort. These moments here, though, Delaware State has to take advantage, and great decision there. Staten pulling up. If you can attack the press and get opportunities, you've got to convert on the offensive end if you're Delaware State.
Nunez gets the rebound for Delaware State, hits ahead immediately. Perkins finds Staten. No good. Morgan State ball.
And just a beautiful cut, bounce pass. You don't see big guys able to pass on the dribble like that. Certainly a design play there. Great read and great concentration on the finish.
Beautiful. Delaware State picking up full court man-to-man, trying to return the favor. Little pressure.
They're going to have to get stops. You know, you got to get stops on the defensive end, secure the possession by getting a rebound, and that was just too easy. A blow-by right there. No one to come over from the weak side, and Morgan State really just having their way here to start the second.
That was Isaiah Burke. He's got 6 points. Remember, he is their leading scorer. Burke, he averages 20. Djonkam with the rebound. Bodies on the floor. Jump ball called.
And right there, just 1-2 dribbles at the rim. You got to have a little bit more resistance defensively if you're Delaware State. And everything going in the favor of the Bears here, and just really doing it with effort and intensity and determination on both ends.
And look at the size of the Morgan State team right now. All guards, small guards, and Djonkam.
That's right. I mean, just, you know, and that's who they are. They don't have the luxury right now of depth and being able to bring guys in and out of the lineup, but still bringing that effort.
Yes. Ooh. Oh, almost got it to fall, Robinson did. With the acrobatic attempt under the basket.
Really difficult on him personally. Said Malik was one of his closest friends, and everybody called them the best duo in the MEAC. So it's been an adjustment. But he told his teammates this is their opportunity to showcase their skills. He said, if you're upset about playing time, now's the moment to prove yourself. We're down bodies, go out there, have an impact, and we're seeing that today, Stephanie.
Taylor, we certainly are. I mean, Malik Miller averages almost 18 points per game. He was preseason second team All-MEAC. That's a big loss to still continue to find some success.
A big-time loss. Only player was Djonkam once again having his way on the interior, but Miller, only player to rank in the MEAC's top 5 in scoring, rebounding, and assists. And let's check this out. At 6'4", leads the conference with 9.8 rebounds a game and averaged the most rebounds of any guard in the nation.
My goodness.
His versatility is so important. But you said it best, Morgan State figuring out or finding a way. And when you lose guys who are such an integral part of your team, it takes a minute for the team to figure out who they are. They got a new identity, and looks like right now they're figuring it out here on national television against Delaware State.
Malik Miller from Washington, D.C., one of those DMV kids. Hey, Grant, don't miss the U.S. women's national soccer team as they compete in the She Believes Cup beginning February 16th on HBO Max. I know that you all are soccer fans in your family.
And that actually is in Orlando. Well, so my wife and kids will be there. Tracy will have me on the road working, though, in Salt Lake City at All-Star Weekend. So I won't be there in attendance.
Foul call. But, you know, getting back to all the injuries that Taylor Rooks was reporting on with Malik Miller being down, when we were at practice yesterday, Grant Hill being obviously who you are, you're highly sought after. And we had Colin Nomine come over and ask for your autograph, but it wasn't even for him. He wanted to get it for Malik Miller.
I know. That was
a good teammate.
It's a great teammate. I think that really sort of signifies what this team is all about.
Yeah.
You know, Malik Miller, such an important piece, well-liked amongst this group,
yes.
Not with the team. And Colin thinking of his buddy, and certainly a beautiful gesture on his part.
I love that. And we learned something, too. Colin being from Enugu State, Nigeria.
We did. We had a wonderful conversation. Right now, not really needed as much. Just had some spot minutes in this game. Of course, started the game for Morgan State, but the small ball lineup is giving all types of problems to the Hornets here this afternoon.
Yes, it's been very effective for Coach Brodus. Delaware State with the turnover. Perkins has the ball. Step through, tries to get the bucket, no good.
And the officials are letting them play. I thought Perkins had a little contact on that drive attempt.
Djonkam with the putback.
And Djonkam loves the contact. Just once again taking advantage inside on the interior, using the force and physicality at the rim.
Djonkam with 14 points, but a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, and also, just for good measure, took 2 charges.
You're right. It's been just blue collar, lunch pail mentality right there, using that strength. Stone, we talked about, not quite as strong as the big fella right there. You know, when you're 6 for 6 from the field, as you said, I believe you said 6 for 6 from the field, you want the ball more.
Right, right.
Hey, guys, get me the ball. I'm hot.
He's battling inside, too.
He is.
Stone with the skyhook in the paint.
And right now, let's see if Delaware State can just kind of chip away. You know, it's a 15-point game. Obviously, a lot of basketball is left. You've got to be efficient on the offensive end. Get stops and secure the defensive possession by getting rebounds. Can't give second chance opportunities to Morgan State.
Perkins leading the way in transition, takes the contact, cannot convert.
And I thought he could have dropped it off there. Stone was running the floor. Perkins a little frustrated. I think the physicality, the officials letting him play, but another missed opportunity on that possession for the Hornets.
Oh, they called the travel there. That was Isaiah Burke. I thought they were calling a foul.
Yeah, no, it's well, you know, it's interesting because we live a lot in the NBA.
Yes.
And interestingly enough, when you watch the college game, at times it feels like there's more physicality allowed in the game than in the NBA game.
That is interesting. You're right.
Yeah, no, it's interesting in that regard. So freedom of movement, calls and things of that nature. So, but they're letting them play right here. And got to be tough when going to the rim.
Morgan with that defense again.
Good pass.
Nice. Excellent drop off. Kyrie Staten finds Brandon Stone inside. .13 game. Morgan State being very patient on the offensive end. Robinson skies for the rebound.
Right now, getting stops, transition. Ooh.
Contact again, but Brandon Stone there for the slam.
And right now, the run that Delaware State is on coincides with Djonkam going to the bench, understanding his value. They have not scored and turned the ball over a number of times.
Wow. Good observation by you.
Get it out to the shooters, rebound, and just relax. And on the Morgan State side, Coach Brodus said no more turnovers. He said, guard these guys. You're giving them courage right now. Take it away. Back to you, Stephanie.
I love that. Thank you, Taylor. You know, he's right, though. Because that's how you get a comeback. You said it, Grant. You got to get stops. If you're turning it over, you're helping them out.
Well, no question. They're doing a better job. And, of course, Morgan State, they force turnovers, but they also turn it over a bunch themselves, 11th most in the NCAA. So getting stops, turnovers, and being efficient on offense, a must for the Hornets.
Called the foul here. Impressed. Very impressed. Grant Hill, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be here all day. Morgan State taking the ball out. Kyrie Staten getting in the passing lane. Remember, he kind of hobbled to the bench on that last time out, so it's good news for the Hornets that he's back out here.
Well, he didn't hobble there, but it was a great trap in the corner on Horner, almost leading to that steal, as you said, and that looks healthy to me.
No surprise there. Cameron Hobbs deep three.
And you got to stay attached there. I know when you're playing zone defense, you don't really guard a man, but there's got to be a Hobbs awareness out there with the way he's playing.
I like that. That's a new terminology, Hobbs awareness. And they're going to need it, too, because that's his 4th three-pointer of the afternoon, which is tying a career high. Stone got up for that board, but then guess who caused a jump ball?
Once again, Djonkam right there in the right place, right time. Just little things that he's done. He's taking charges, offensive rebounding, defensively helping, just really adding tremendous value to this undermanned team of the Bears.
Djonkam, first miss of the afternoon for Louis Djonkam.
And he's frustrated with himself, knows that he had an easy opportunity right there at the rim, but once again, his effort and his value is so important to this team.
Morgan State picking up full court again. Robinson wanted them to get out of the way, clear it out. Near turnover, resulting in a turnover. Cameron Hobbs with the ball, stops, pops, in and out, but Djonkam there for the putback.
Yeah, effort. Just running down the court, anticipating the miss. He knows Hobbs has not missed a lot today, but assumed the miss, and blue-collar work on display.
Muniz with the attempt. No good.
Oh.
He thought about it.
He did.
3 is no good. Rob Lawson put that one up.
It looked like a foul there on Djonkam on that offensive rebound attempt. There was a little bit of a collision down low there. And, his physicality has really made a difference. A lot of times as the Hornets are driving to the rim, he's able to use his size to throw them off a little bit. I've seen the Hornets complain to the officials about the physicality. And certainly now they'll get an opportunity to chip away at this lead. But Djonkam's value has certainly been on display here this afternoon.
3 fouls on Djonkam, so he goes to the bench for a break. And Grant, you pointed out the last time he was on the bench was when Delaware State went on a run. So we'll keep our eyes on this one. Robinson at the free throw line. Misses it, but look who's there for the putback. Brandon Stone, and Brandon Stone with the offensive rebound triggers Djonkam to come back in.
I mean, right there, the length. You have to block out right there on that particular play. Nominate did not put a body there on Stone, just assumed going in that the ball was going to go in the basket. And Stone able to get a three-point play opportunity the hard way. And, of course, Djonkam just got a little quick sip of water.
Sip.
Coach Brothers brought her right back in the game.
I mean, immediately. Stone has 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 of them on the offensive end for the Hornets.
And then, of course, with all of the injuries that have happened to this Morgan State team, you get a chance to see things from your players. Maybe Djonkam is going to be a guy who's more involved in the offensive end. Obviously, not a lot of plays are run for him, but building that trust, learning about each other as the season wears on, and dealing and managing unfortunate injuries if you're the Bears.
Sometimes that happens. Djonkam averaging just over 6 points per game. He has 16 already. Delaware State on the run. Stick with the ball reversal. Muniz has it. Brandon Stone pops up, a little hand clapping.
You got to trust your offense right now if you're Delaware State. Don't try to be the hero. Just every possession, work together, play together. And it looked like a timeout was they're on each other's campuses. They train and work out with each other in the off season. It's kind of like living with the enemy.
Oh, I think you know a little something about that.
Oh yeah, that little school down in Chapel Hill.
All right, the action is back. Delaware State looking to get something going. Got a foul called. That's a good start.
I like that play right there out of that timeout. You know, get the ball in. And, of course, Martez Robinson, his strength against the smaller guards of Morgan State. Take advantage. And as we mentioned earlier, so good at getting to the line and drawing fouls.
Robinson there makes the first free throw. Gamers, take control of the action and be at the center of your own adventure in the Wizarding World and Hogwarts Legacy. Available beginning February 10th, rated T for teen. Morgan State with the ball.
And it's important right now for Morgan State to execute, get a good shot themselves. They've turned the ball over quite a few times. And obviously, I think they try to find Djonkam or Hobbs on the perimeter.
Stitt grabbing the rebound. Near turnover, but Kyrie Staten keeps it. Brandon Stone can't get the ball to drop.
It looks like Stone came up limping right there. A little gimpy on that play, but
yes,
right there at the rim, just didn't have the right touch on the basketball. It's a little missed opportunity. But defensively, you've seen that the consistency here has definitely stepped up for the Hornets.
Morgan State continuing to be aggressive. Isaiah Burke attempting that bucket. He has 6 points on 3 for 14 shooting. Remember, Burke is the Bears' leading scorer, averaging 20 points per game.
And struggled, you know, on that play. He didn't settle. He tacked, tried to go at the big fella Stone. Stone did a good job of walling him up, but exactly what Coach Waterman wants. You're keeping Burke from exploding, but just can't get anything done offensively consistently on this end.
Stone with his best Dirk Nowitzki imitation.
That was a little Dirk, a little Kevin Durant right there. I like that. Just didn't go in, but It was a nice move.
I said imitation.
Not many people can imitate those two NBA greats.
Djonkam inside again. And that is a new career high for Louis Djonkam. His old career high was 16, had that 3 times at Radford. Morgan State's best was 15, now he's at 18, excuse me.
Yeah, it's been spectacular. That's what you want to do. You want to, in these big games, marquee matchups, national television, you want to come out and play well, and he's done that.
The bucket and the foul.
And to be able to fall back on that defensive foundation has helped Kevin Rodas and his ball club here today.
Yes, top 5 in those categories. We got to give them their due. Let's go
I'm sorry.
To Taylor Rooks.
Thanks, Stephanie. You know, echoing what you all said, Coach Brodas looked at every single person in that huddle and asked 2 questions. He said, are you good enough? And are you working hard enough? And he wanted them to answer with an emphatic yes, and they all did. He said, the only way they're scoring is if we foul them. Don't do that. Turn it up. I know you guys have been saying Djockam's name a lot before the huddle broke. He looked at him and said, you got to be ready. And he said, I've been ready, Coach. Back to you.
I know that's right. Thank you, Taylor. This is one of those games where you show who you are as a team. You are not just undermanned. You had 9 to start this game, and then David McCullough goes down. Now you have 8.
Yeah, no excuses whatsoever. Just come out here, compete. We have 5 players that we can play. We're going to put them out there and give maximum effort, and that's what they've done.
Kyrie Staten puts him on the floor. Ball finds Robinson, who finds the bottom of the net.
And a good possession right there. Get the ball into the paint. Obviously get the defense to collapse. And a 3-pointer there by Robinson. Now it's a 10-point game. So Delaware State still within distance here.
Morgan State continuing to be aggressive, but Cameron Stitt says not today with the block. Staten for 3. That's no good. Look at the Morgan State box out. The ball actually hit the ground. And the bucket in transition.
And that's a tough possession right there. I thought Staten could have attacked that closeout. Took a tough 3. And, of course, it led to a easy basket there on the offensive end for Morgan State at Rob Lawson.
Brandon Stone with the attempt under the basket is good. Wow. I know, listen, Taylor Rooks did an excellent job reporting that, but when you see it, he said, make sure I know it. And he had his Papa Bear voice in there.
I mean, that was palpable right there. And it reminds me of our producer, Jeff Randolph, and how he talks to us and motivates us to be the best version of ourselves.
5:30 to go in this game. Robinson with the ball at the top, waiting for the offense to get set up. Stone sets the ball screen. He gets it, swings it over to Nunez. Kyrie Staten with the up and under. No good. Morgan State with the rebound.
Yeah, right there, Morgan State bailed out a little bit. I thought the momentum for Delaware State to try to convert on that play, but every time it seems like this man right there, Hobbs, takes a shot, and sometimes he'll take a tough shot. Rhoda's not happy with that possession offensively for Morgan State. Gotta understand time and score in a ball game.
Stone lets it go. That three is no good. Morgan State with the rebound again. They're only giving them one shot at it.
Smart right there. Pull it out.
Yes.
Use the clock. The clock is your friend. Get a high percentage shot this possession if you're Morgan State.
Djonkam kicks it out to Isaiah Burke. Drives left and gets fouled. Some chatter here.
A little chippy right there as Burke driving right there and kind of has some contact with Staten. I don't think it was intentional or anything like that. I also think Isaiah Burke, who, as you mentioned earlier, is the leading scorer, really struggled here. Not had the performance he wanted. 0 for 4 from the three-point line, 3 for 15 from the field. You can see and sense a little bit of frustration from him tonight, but obviously get to the free throw line and have an opportunity to convert too.
I mean, that is, you know this, when you are a scorer and you are having a hard time, it affects you.
It does. It does. But what you have to do is you have to find other ways to contribute.
Right.
Defense, rebounding, setting people up. Sometimes you can press too much, and it can end up being a negative. As Robinson, the beautiful little floater there in the paint.
Raymond Somerville back in the game for the Hornets. Remember, he had 4 fouls. Has 4 fouls, none went away.
Almost picked up a 5th foul right there, but smart play, great awareness by Morgan.
Before we started these festivities, Texas Southern's band will be here as well. It's going to be a good show.
It already has been a great show. And although teams are competing against one another, they're all in the same family here, all part of this wonderful history and tradition. And the effort right here defensively, we talked about turning that switch, starting to convert and create turnovers, and that's what Delaware State did, Stephanie, out of that timeout.
Out of necessity, right? We're at 3:49. It is an 8-point game, so certainly within striking distance, but you can't get a run going unless you get some stops.
And this high screen and roll action has been really good with Robinson handling, going downhill in attack mode.
Robinson stops, pops, no good. Morgan State now taking their time, setting up the offense.
And really the best offense has been Hobbs getting open. Backdoor cut. What a set right there. Looked like something they drew up out of the timeout. Dribble at the offensive player and get a back cut. Great pass. Great cut. Great finish.
My goodness. Kevin Brodus on display here, head coach for the Morgan State University Bears. He is putting on a clinic defensively.
And not a great possession, a lot of ball handling there, but that was fantastic for Morgan State. Backdoor play, dribble at the offensive player, get the defender peeking. Great cut there by Burke. And as you said, there's been a few of those plays where out of a timeout, leading to a backdoor play, a back cut. In a game like this, a close game, every basket count. And getting another point on that possession, fantastic for Morgan State.
Beautiful basketball. .240 to go in this game. 10-point differential. Morgan State for 3. That's good. Isaiah Burke, you can see the sense of relief.
You know, obviously they've struggled this year, or excuse me, struggled, with players down.
Right.
But the highest scoring team in the MEAC, averaging 77 points a game, versus Delaware State, who's the lowest scoring team in the conference. And so Morgan State right on cue.
2:20 to go in this game. Nunez with the skip pass to Stone. That shot is not good, but great hustle by Kyrie Staten to try to keep it alive.
And I love that right there. The heart, the hustle, determination of both teams. And the tallest guy on the court and the smallest guy on the court fighting for that ball. Cameron Hobbs and, of course, Brandon Stone. Yes, he had probably the advantage with stride length.
Right.
With both of them giving it their all.
Inside, Brandon Stone, that's no good. They got the foul on that one. 2 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, right there. Robinson getting to the rim, nowhere to go. But saw Stone streaking to the basket. And 2 minutes left. Still some time here, but every possession counting. Stone's got to make these free throws.
Missed the first one. The Invesco QQQ Legacy Classic is brought to you by Invesco QQQ. Invesco QQQ is proud to support HBCU students and student athletes on and off the court. And by Toyota. Never underestimate the power of a nudge. Thank you, partner. You at home couldn't see, Grant just gave me a nudge. Very powerful. Delaware State trying to close the gap here. Robinson in transition. They call the foul. He will shoot 2.
And I like that. Very decisive. Gets the defensive rebound. Gets out and attacks. And, of course, looked like Lawson tried to take a charge of in the restricted area. So a quick scoring opportunity. Try to make some free throws. Set up your pressure. And, of course, you must try to force turnovers and get stops if you're Delaware State.
Robinson with 14 points, now 15. He averages 10, so he's well above his average.
He is, and it's interesting. I mean, Perkins, we talked about him in this play, Corey Perkins, the sophomore point guard for Delaware State, but he has not played much here in this second half. Maybe a little bit to start the half, but has been on the bench, and really Martez Robinson has been running the point guard duties for the Hornets.
Well, you know, it's interesting, Grant, because we saw as Robinson makes that second free throw that they were double teaming Corey Perkins every chance they got, even when he was high in the offense. So maybe they figured out we can stop getting double teamed if we take Corey Perkins out of the game.
No question. It's a big possession right here. 10-point game. Morgan State gets a score here. It's just about over.
Daquan Copeland with the attempt. And it looks like out of bounds, which is good because remember, Somerville has 4 fouls.
Yeah, Somerville right there is blocking that shot. He's recorded 3 blocks in 4 of his last 5 games. So good defense without fouling.
Baseline shot is no good, but the offensive rebound is there by Burke. Now they're going to settle things down. Rob Lawson pulling the ball out. Just over a minute to play. There's that inside bounce pass again.
Yeah, they like that play right there. Might have been the easiest basket from Cameron Hobbs right there at the rim. Easiest points he's had all night.
Stone is good with the putback. It's a 10-point game again, but time is running out. Really
going to have to give credit here to Morgan State, how they came out, attention to detail, and we have a wedgie.
That was unfortunate by Cameron Hobbs.
Yeah, well, you know, even when he misses, it's spectacular, you know. He's been on fire, and that's hard to do. I can't.
That is hard to do. Jevin Nunez inside. Does not get the ball to fall, and now we've got 24 seconds left. No shot clock. Morgan State keeping the ball out.
And he's fitting on that play. Djonkam gets his 10th rebound. He has 3 offensive rebounds, 8 and 10 tonight. Fantastic performance. And it's his 3rd career double-double, and of course his first with Morgan State.
Morgan State putting on a defensive clinic. Head coach Kevin Brodus